أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على محمد وآله الطاهرين. Today inshallah we will talk about Surah Al-Asr as part of our talks titled Reflections on the Quran. One meaning of the word Asr is time or passage of time. Surah Al-Asr, it starts with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خَسْرٍ إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala swears by time, or I swear by time, surely the human is in constant loss except those who have faith, those who believe, do righteous deeds or good deeds, and enjoin on each other truth, and enjoin on each other patience. The term Asr literally means to press. It was used for evening time because the affairs of the day are squeezed into the evening. After that, the word turned into a sense of absolute time or a specific era. For example, in Arabic we say Al-Asr al-Jalidi, which means Ice Age. We also say, for example, Asr al-Jahiliyyah, when we refer to the era of ignorance before Islam. That's when Arab people worshipped statues of stone and killed each other for no good reason. Surah Al-Asr begins with a meaningful oath, which is time. We need to keep in mind that each oath of the Quran is related to the subject. So here, I swear by the time, or wal-asr, is the oath. And inna al-insana lafi khasr, the human is in constant loss, is the subject of the oath. Khusr means constant loss or declining capital. So, what is the Quran telling us here? What are we losing? What are what we're losing here is the capital of our existence. Every one of us is born with a specific time, limited time. Think of it as an account of time. You are born with it, but you cannot add time to it, but you are constantly using it. Without our permission, time is taken away from us. Hours, days, months, and years of our lives. It was narrated that Imam Ali alayhi salam referred to this by indicating that the breaths of a man are his steps put forward towards his death. So each breath is like a tick of a clock. As we grow older, time passes quickly. Capabilities decline and abilities fade. A human life is nothing but time, days, hours, and minutes. Whatever is gone is gone. It will never come back. Every minute that passes, part of you is gone with it. Let's take a break. We will be right back. Welcome back. So, how could we avoid being in constant loss? The next ayah tells us that there is a way to avoid this loss. It is pointed in verse number 3 in the surah. So, every human being is in loss except إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. Save those who believe, those who have faith, and do good deeds, and enjoin on each other truth, and enjoin on each other patience. So, there is a way to change this loss into profit, into gain. Instead of losing this capital, we can try and turn it into something better and more valuable. There are 4 principles to this investment with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Investing with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the greatest investment anyone could achieve. Okay. So the first principle is إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا. First is the principle of faith. When we want to do something, our intentions come from our faith. We are so our acts are based on what we believe and what we think. However, faith should not be a simple idea in the mind. Faith has to inspire us, and it has to be reflected in our behavior. Those who believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have to be driven by divine motives. The second principle is وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. Those who do righteous deeds. Many Quran translations explain the term salihat as good deeds, but the word salihat indicates actions that have good effects and good results. So a closer translation of salihat is righteous deeds, but we can say good deeds for simplicity. So this second principle is the product of the first principle. Faith and good deeds are paired in many verses in the Quran. The Noble Quran repeatedly mentions الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ, those who have faith and do righteous deeds. So faith, iman, without good deeds is insufficient. It is not enough. Let's take another break and we'll be right back. Welcome back. Before we continue with the next principle, we have to keep in mind that righteous deeds include working hard to earn a living and to achieve goals in this life. We will talk about hard work in our next talk, inshallah. The third is وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ, to enjoin on each other the truth. Among many things, the term haqq also means justice, truthfulness, sincerity, clarity, and obligation. It is the general invitation to follow haqq, to follow the truth. And of course, وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ, those who command and encourage others to follow the truth must apply it in their own lives. The fourth principle is based on patience. وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ, those who enjoin on each other, enjoin perseverance, sabr, or patience. We all face problems and difficulties, and we need patience to go through this life. It was narrated that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that patience is in 3 parts. Patience, number 1, is patience in worship, or patience in obedience. This means that when a Muslim finds certain acts of worship difficult, like fasting the month of Ramadan, waking up for morning prayer, working hard to earn halal income, and giving zakat. To do this with difficulty is a form of patience. The second one is patience in sin. الصبر عن المعصية. This is when you resist temptation to sin. It is related to self-control. The third one is patience when faced with calamity. صبر عند المصيبة, which means to understand that calamity or disaster or tragedy is a test from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is also a form of patience. In another surah, in Surah Al-Asr here, it is a complete program for us to follow in our lives. Following these 4 principles in our personal and social lives would change our losses into gains. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us become from those who have faith, do righteous deeds, and enjoin one another to follow the truth and enjoin one another to be patient. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala Muhammadin wa alihi tahirin.